Yo guys, what is up? We're back with another CBN video today, and today we're playing week 5 or 6, 7 I think, against an interesting Zamazenta team. I can't lie, I did just last minute prep this, so I'm very unprepared going into this. I don't know any calcs, and I just like picked spreads that looked appropriate, but fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. Hold on, I wish I can hear like the audio of the in-game, but I guess I can't hear it then. Alrighties, let's go ahead and use this team, and let's, I need to send the Terra previews. Terra's, Rotom is Ice, Mew is Stella, interesting. Mew is Stella Terra. Could that be Stella Terra Blast? No, wait, right? Torn is Ground for the Raging Bolt, very fair. And it might have Terra Ground Blast as well. Okay, that's kind of scary actually. And then Diancie is Fairy. Okay, what did they not bring? Hold on, I feel like they're missing a Pokemon. They didn't bring Giratina. And I think that's... Oh no, they did bring Giratina. Okay, cool. I think I don't mind trying to play through my Lugia to begin with. I think there's nothing too wrong with that. Let's just have like Bando in the back. It's not Bando, it's Band Groudon. Dumbass. Okay. I think there isn't too much of an issue with this, I think. Having Groudon in the back is meh. I mean, like, it's not the best, but it's also not the worst. So let's just go into this, see how it goes. Let me make sure I record my kills. But as I said, I did not prep a lot for this matchup. Hopefully I don't get cooked by some tech or something. I think I'm currently undefeated, but that's like always a bad mindset to have, to think, oh, I'm undefeated right now. It's better just like treat each matchup one at a time. Okay. Let's see here. What was it? Groudon, Gordon. Groudon, great. It keeps auto-correcting. Groudon, Lugia, Incineroar. Okay, come on, work with me. Incineroar, Sinistcha. Oh, they lead. What was that lead? Tornadus and Rotom. Okay. That took a while. That's interesting. But let's switch into Groudon and let's go for Flare Blitz into this Rotom mode. Okay. I need to charge my... this is so bad. I need to charge it. There's no charges. It's just gonna have to make do. I don't have any charges. Oh, GG's. I'm so not locked in. I'm so unlocked. I think I have a plan. I will be right back, chat. I lied. I will be back after I see what happens this turn. Very unprepared. Note to self. Charge your Joy-Con and your Switch before you play the match. I think that's 6, right? Yeah. I'm missing Raging Bolt. How could I? Okay. Going for an interesting play here. We're gonna switch Lugia into Groudon because they should probably Thunderbolt into the Lugia or something, or click Taunt, and then hopefully the Flare Blitz from the Incin is able to just like one-shot the Rotom. I think it's what, Terra Ice, I believe. So yeah, it is Terra Ice. So they go for a Taunt here, and they go for a Volt Switch straight into the Lugia, and thank you very much. I take my free Flare Blitz. Okay, I think that should kill him. It's a Sash. Nice. Okay, so it is. Incineroar picks up his first kill. This is Incineroar's debut. We recently traded for him for Entei. The previous Sun team, the Koraidon team, they dropped Incin, and Incin's now mine. Incin is now mine. I think Incin plays a lot better into this like Sinistcha balance core than Entei did, and so that's sort of why I wanted to pivot. It's good. They've taunted our Groudon here. Honestly not the best, but it's not the worst here since our Groudon has like Choice Band, and so it's just able to output a ton of damage here. I wonder if Groudon is able to one-shot this Tornadus at this point in time. Let's see here. Choice Band Groudon with Max of Adamant into Tornadus. Let's see, bulky Tailwind, let's say. Heat Crash, it has a good chance to kill. So I'm thinking here we can just go Heat Crash, and let's just go Parting Shot maybe. I think this Giratina might have Breaking Swipe, or it might have Will-O-Wisp. Does Giratina have Will-O-Wisp? I'm honestly not too sure. Does Giratina have Will-O-Wisp? It does have Will-O-Wisp. What? Okay. Well then we have to try and play around that maybe then. Let's see here. If we double into the, what do I have in the back? I have Lugia in the back. So if I double into, let's just Heat Crash again. And let's just go knock off into the Giratina, I think. Okay, they go Snowscape. Wow, is this Blizzard? Are they gonna click Blizzard here? No way, right? No way they click Blizzard. Okay, we are faster than the Giratina, which is good info. And I think that's bulky. I think Aura Sphere? Aura Sphere? Aura detected? Aura detected? Hold on. Aura. Is that Aura? Wait, that's like max bulk Giratina. Hold on. That's crazy. Okay. Let's see. I think they Weather Ball. They're Weather Balling into my Groudon here. Ah, that's so smart. Wait, Weather Ball is actually so sick. That's such a sick tech. Okay. Well, let's switch into my Sinistcha anyways, and let's just go for a Flow Blitz into the Torn. I could potentially knock, but I actually don't know what item it is. I'm not too fussed about what item it is. That's cool though. That's cool. So Sinistcha, we're able to heal our Incineroar up a little bit here. Very nice. So that we should be able to live another Aura Sphere. They go Weather Ball. Yup, thought so. Yeah, that's a very cool tech. I like that tech. I think we might be able to live another one of those. That did 104 damage. Yeah, we should be able to live another one of those. Nice. Earth Power into my Incin now, and we should live this. Nice. And we go for a Flare Blitz into the Torn. Oh, our Figgy Berry. Nice. Our Figgy Berry. I almost forgot about that. Figgy Berry Incin. Boom. Have so much health, bro. Going back to the times where Figgy Berry was like, when Figgy Berry was 50% HP recovery. Bro, those were the days. I think this is now Zamazenta in the back, I believe. If it is Zamazenta in the back, it's pretty good for me, I reckon. We can probably just try and get into our Lugia and try to play through that. See if we can get a parting shot off into the Giratina as well. Is this... It's Mew. Oh, okay, so that's interesting. I'm not too sure what this Mew's gonna do, so I might just Rage Powder here. And I might just... I could knock off, or I can do like parting shot here. Let's just go knock off. Let's go for damage into the Mew. I think that the Rage Powder I'll probably die. I just want to see what this moveset is. I'm very curious. Because it seems like it's AV Giratina. Mew doesn't have access to moves like Decorate, I believe. So we should be fine, I think. It shouldn't be too bad. Is my Showdown working still? Nothing wants to work today. Okay, so they do Terra on the Mew, is this? They do Terra on Mew, and it is going to be a Terra Stella. Yes, they did tell me about this. Oh, the frame rate is dropping. Oh, W frame rate. Okay, W Rage Powder. So we have Earth Power. Oh. Okay. Is this Life Orb? It is Life Orb. Okay, wow. And Dark Pulse. Oh, no way. That's crazy. Why would you use Dark Pulse and not Shadow Ball? Okay. So the Mew gets dropped low. I think I'm just gonna Rage Bait my opponent and just switch into Groudon. I don't want to let them get a kill. How do I not let them get a kill? This is toxic. Don't do what I'm doing. It's because my opponent didn't get a kill this last turn. I was giving them a free kill and they didn't take it, and so I may as well just try and go for the 4-0 now to stat pad a little bit. Some may say I'm Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Saying that with no one in the audience is such an airball. Okay, what happened last time again? It was like my Incin got another kill. Incin the GOAT, bro. This is why, bro. Everyone's sleeping on Incin. Everyone thinks that Incin is like, oh, Incin. Draining Kiss. What? Okay, sure. Everyone's like, oh, Incin. It's like such a defensive pivot. That's all it does. All it does is click Fake Out and Parting Shot. But you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised at how much damage Incin can do. When it tries to actually do something. Hold on, let me just press B Blaze just to taunt my opponent. And let me just switch into Incin, I guess. I'm trying to floor my opponent, if you can't tell, and I'm trying to not reveal that I'm weakness policy on my Lugia. Okay, going to Incin here. I think they like Shadow Ball or Dark Pulse into my Incin, that's the thing. Okay, we get a double Intim off. I don't think it's useful though. Oh, we're faster on the Groudon? Damn! That's a bulky ass Giratina, bro. Bulky ass Giratina, bro. Bulky ass Giratina. What are they going for? Dark Pulse into the instant? Oh, GG's, bro. This is actually this is a tough watch. This is a tough watch. Let's go back into Lugia. Dude, I think the Giratina is like max bulk, like max defense, like max. That's why they're doing like no damage with like Earth Powers and stuff. Okay, good to know, good to know, good to know. Good to know for the future. Good to know. GG, bro. GG's. Radon is so hidden, bro. 4-0. 4-0 game 1. 4-0 game 1. Nice. Huge. W Groudon, bro. W Groudon. So I think we have to lead like Raging Bolt and Groudon. Or we can have Raging Bolt Incin, honestly. But Raging Bolt Groudon. Let's have Incin. We can have Sinistra Ursula in the back. That's honestly fine. Alright, I'm gonna go charge my controller up. Okay, so my opponent goes for a Rotom and Tornado. My Raging Bolt. I switch Groudon out. They should know that my Groudon's super fast now as well. So they're kind of forced into Tailwinding. If I can just force out like a Terra on my opponent's Tornadus, that would be kind of cool. Let's see, I want to try and kill this Torn though. I want to try and kill this Torn. See if I can kill the Torn. If I can kill the Torn, that would be really appreciated. Well, really appreciate the honesty. Okay. I don't think Dragon Pulse kills though, but I think it puts it very low. They have to like make a lot of 50-50s this turn. Do I Terra Ice Blast with my Rotom? Do I Terra Ground on my Tornadus? Do I go for Snowscape? Do I Tailwind because the Groudon's faster than my Rotom? So there's a lot of choices my opponent has to make, whereas for me, I'm just like Booga Booga clicking moves. And I'm just kind of hoping for the best. Okay, so we switch Groudon into Sinistra. I'm trying to get a Trick Room set up, like, because I have Ursula in the back. So that's what I'm trying to go for. I'm expecting a Snowscape from my opponent. I do switch out, and I think this is the Giratina. If I put the Giratina, that might just be game. That honestly might just be game if I call Giratina right there. I'm gonna go for a Terra here. Wait, no, I think my opponent Terra's first. Did I Terra? I forgot. I forgot if I Terra. They do Terra Rotom Low, and I believe this is Terra Ice Blast. There's no other reason why you wouldn't run Terra Ice Blast. Okay, in my team report, why did I mention how weak I was to Ice? Because now everyone and their mothers are running Terra Ice Blast into me. Damn, bro. Alright. Terra Electric on our Raging Bolt. Very nice. And we go for a Dragon Pulse into the Giratina. I think this will do 50, because it seems like a very bulky AV set to me. Terra Blast into the... Please Raging Bolt. Okay, I guess that's fine. Now, whoa! Is that Choice Specs? No, that can't be right. That can't be right. What was that? Someone explain to me what that was. Did you guys see that? How did my Sinistra just die to a Terra Ice Blast? I'm calculating this. I'm actually calculating this. How did my Sinistra just die to it? Rotom Mo. Surely that's Specs. Surely that has to be Specs. There's no way that's not Specs. Yep, that's Specs. That is Specs. Okay, let's go Dragon Pulse into the Giratina again. Let's just go for a Heat Crash into the Rotom there. We shot speed. Nice, we get the kill. What is that? Wait, what is wrong with my capture card? Okay, Groudon gets the kill. Amazing. And Sinistra just died for nothing. Not amazing. Wow, bro, my thing is charging. My thing is charging. If I lose because my controller runs out of battery, I'm actually gonna crash out. Okay, Raging Bolt gets the kill here. Nice. I think we're 3-2, so we're in a pretty good position here. Did they go for Earth Power? I'd be very surprised if they didn't go for Earth Power. I forgot what move they went for. Oh no, not good. All I know is I think I'm winning right now. Terra Electric Raging Bolt is so nasty. Terra Electric, Life Orb, Thunderbolt, Booster, Special Attack. Yeah, they went for Earth Power that time. Okay, why is that taunt a bit weird shaped? Okay, we have a Thunderclap into this taunt potentially, but I think they go for like a Tailwind and a Switch, I think, right? So we probably gotta protect, and let's just switch into our Ursaluna here. Because I think they go for a Snowscape, right? And we also gotta be careful, because I think the Zamazenta could very easily just like reverse sweep our whole team if we're not careful. We're protecting the Raging Bolt because I think they body press into my Raging Bolt here. They go for a Snowscape, yup. And is this a body press into my Raging Bolt? Okay, we get it. Play rough. What? No body press? Okay, that's interesting. Let's go for a Thunderclap into the Torrent, and let's go for a Facade here. I'm very curious to see what happens this turn. Like, I think regardless of whatever happens, this is like the only thing I can really do in this situation. I don't want my opponent to get a free Weather Ball off on their Tornadus, but at the same time, like, I also need to kill this Tornadus to set up the 1v1 for my Groudon in the back. Because my Choice Band Groudon with high horsepower, I think it might be able to just like barely put me over and do enough to the Zamazenta. Hopefully this taunt doesn't protect. If the taunt protects, I'm in a very bad shape. I will be in a very bad shape if the taunt protects. Okay, nice. We get the Thunderclap off. Raging Bolt, you are so him. Please have my children. Okay, Raging Bolt. Oh my god, I will worship you. Okay, and we take a little bit of a Life Orb chip, that's fine. Is he body press? Into body press. Do I die to that? Nah, that's crazy. W Ursaluna, bro. W Ursaluna. W Ursaluna. L Ursaluna for doing 25% with Facade. Okay, do they protect here? The question is, to protect or not to protect? Let's go for a Headlong Rush. Please don't tell me my controller dies before the end of this. I'll be very sad. I'll be very, very sad. Come on, come on, please. Please, 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 please. I think my Groudon in the back should be able to handle this as well though, with just Choice Band high horsepower. I think they're Wide Guard, Body Press, Play Rough. I don't know what the Play Rough is for. Is it for the Raging Bolt? No way, right? Do they know like Body Press does more to my Raging Bolt than Play Rough does? Okay, we go for our Terra Electric Thunderbolt. Life Orb. This might honestly do like over 50. Dude, that is so much damage. That is so much damage. Okay, let's go back into Groudon here. Very smart choice for me today to run fast Groudon. If I wasn't fast Groudon, I would have been cooked today by the Rotom. Thank you, Groudon. You did me a service. Thank you. And let's go Thunderbolt. Who do I want to get this kill? Let's give the kill to Groudon. Let's give the kill to Groudon. Oh wow, Groudon's faster than the Zamazenta. GG's. GG's. Well played, sir. Well played. I think that's week 5 or week 6 of CBN. And stay tuned for the matchup analysis afterwards. My opponent's got a pretty cool team. Let me zoom in on this. Matter of fact, let me zoom in on that. Okay, so my opponent got a pretty cool team. It's got Mew Tauren, Zamazenta, Diancie. Oh, I'm actually very surprised I didn't see the Diancie come more. Because if Diancie gets a couple of Diamond Storms off, like, it's pretty hard to kill. Skeledirge, Giratina, Rotom, and that's like pretty much the relevant Pokemon. So, I don't know. Mew is very unpredictable in Draft League. They can run like a bunch of different sets. You can have like Tailwind, you can have like Recover, you can have like Will-O-Wisp, you can have like Coaching, a lot of stuff. But you don't have access to like the broken moves, such as like Spore or Decorate. So in that sense, like Mew's like okay to deal with. My opponent ran like they seem to run like an offensive Life Orb set, but I don't think like 100 SPA is like enough to put you over. Okay, so Um, Going to this matchup, I think like my main concern was Zamazenta, because I think my Groudon it gets walled by Wide Guard, and then my Ursula can't click Earthquake. I think that's about it. But like then blocking my Press Speed Blades is not nice, and so I don't want my Groudon to just be like completely useless into the Zamazenta. So I ended up running like Choice Band Groudon, as you guys can see. This is last minute prep, by the way. So like I had like 5 minutes to prep for this matchup. It was like it completely slipped my mind that I had this match today. But I wanted to run a really fast Groudon because I noticed that my opponent had Rotom Mow, and very often people expect Groudon to run very slow and bulky, and so I wanted to surprise my opponent with a very fast and offensive Groudon this time. And so it ended up working out because my opponent didn't run Scarf Rotom Mow, which is very good for me. I think they ran Specs. Specs Terra Ice Blast. If I was slow on my Groudon, I definitely would have lost that, and I definitely would have had to play through my Trick Room mode, which is kind of impossible into their Torrent. So I'm being able to Choice Band Heat Crash stuff I was like, my mindset was like, okay, I can Choice Band Heat Crash this, Choice Band Heat Crash this, Choice Band Heat Crash this. Maybe not these two, but they're both weak to high horsepower. They might Terra out of the weakness, and I might still be able to Heat Crash it. So Heat Crash was obviously very good in this matchup. High horsepower was able to just like hit these, gives me a ground stab that isn't a spread move, that is walled by Wide Guard. And then Rock Slide was just for like, since if they wanted to play through the Trick Room slow mode, like I could have my Rock Slide to try and get flinches off, which could be funny. With my Lugia, I think now that I have Incin, I have way more reliable setup on my Lugia to go for Calm Minds and stuff. Unfortunately, my opponent did run Taunt Tornadus, but that ended up working in my favor in game one, since I was able to bait out certain moves and then get the kill onto the Rotom Mow. With weakness policy, I regret sharing this tech with all of you people, because now when you watch this video, you're gonna know about my weakness policy Lugia tech. A lot of times my opponent was trying to hit me with these weak special moves like Shadow Ball, Dark Pulse. I think this says Shadow Ball. I think this says Diamond Storm. I think a lot of the time into Lugia, if you can't hit it super effectively, you just can't kill it. So if my opponent were to try and hit it super effectively, that would end up working in my favor, as I would be able to hit them back twice as hard. I think I didn't run Protect this time because they didn't have any Fake Out. If my opponent, they don't have any Fake Out, and just being able to recover is just nice. With my Raging Bolt here, a common set that was used in like Regulation G, I think, Regulation I. Was it Regulation I? I don't know. Regulation J. Regulation, like the restricted meta. To try and do as much damage into the Zamazenta as possible, you just run Terra Electric Life Orb, and you just try and spam electric damage. And so my opponent only has like 2 real electric resists, and both of them are like pretty bad into like Dragon Pulses and stuff. And so I was like, oh, I can just like Terra Electric Thunderbolt into like everything on my opponent's team and do a huge chunk of damage whilst being very hard to remove, because Raging Bolt is naturally very bulky. So that was for the Raging Bolt. I think I just ripped off some spread from Picolytics, like just some regular bulky spread. I'm sure it has like some sort of Zamazenta calcs or something. With this Incin, funnily enough, my Incin actually doesn't live Body Press. But what I was hoping for is that if my opponent saw Terra Ghost, that they would be less inclined to click Body Press, and I have a 50% chance to live Body Press, so a 43.8% chance. So if you factor in like the 50-50 between wanting to click Body Press or not, and the 50-50 of whether or not Incin can live, I have a pretty good chance to live. I have like a 20% chance that I don't die to Body Press on the turn. And if I do get dropped very low, I have a Figgy Berry to restore me back to like 50% HP. So it's pretty good. Just Fledlet's knockoff. Like a lot of people treat Incin as like only a pivot Pokemon, but Incin's got some pretty good offense. It's got 115 attack, and so clicking some Fledlets in the sun definitely hurts. Knockoff definitely does way more chip than your opponent would want, and so I think whenever you're using Incin, don't just like only focus and obsess on Fake Out and Parting Shot, and also just like click Fledlets and Knockoff as well in certain situations. Sinistro, I think my Sinistro here, I wanted to just use like a regular set. Maybe looking back now, Mental Herb might have been a bit better, but just running Terra Water, I think there might have been a better Terra. I think I just wanted a generally good Terra here. Terra Water, because when it comes to playing against Mew, it's very unpredictable, and so I just wanted to use something that's like, it was generally good. Terra Water is generally good. And I opted for Shadow Ball over Matcha Gacha here, because Matcha Gacha is only able to hit Diancie, but they have Wide Guard as well, and it's kind of bad into the rest of the Pokemon, whereas Shadow Ball is able to let me hit Scaledirge and Giratina. And a little bit of the Zamazenta and the Mew. So I think I wanted for Shadow Ball again here. And I had Life Dew. Life Dew was just like good for healing up my Lugia, my Groudon, or my Ursaluna as well. The bulk was just to hit a stat bump in defense, and the rest was in the special defense. I was very surprised when my Sinistcha got dropped by a Terra Ice Blast from the opponent Rotom Mo. I was like, I don't remember that Mon being good at all. I thought that Mon was cheeks, not gonna lie. But okay, it turns out it was Specs, which does explain a lot. And finally, my last slot here was Ursaluna. I think here, I noticed into my opponent that Ursaluna has a really, really good matchup into my opponent's team. Like, Facade this, Headlong Rush this, Headlong Rush this, Headlong Rush this, Headlong Rush this. Giratina is like a bit harder to remove. I think my opponent ran max like Bold Giratina. So it would have been hard to remove the Giratina, but I think it still would have two-shot. And then I knew I wanted Facade and Headlong Rush. I didn't want Earthquake because first of all, I'd kill my own teammates. And second of all, the Zamazenta has Wide Guard. So I ended up just using Substitute. It didn't come up in the end, but when you play against Ursaluna and Trick Room, a lot of the time people just want to try and bait like Facades into like a Terra Ghost or something, or like switching around and stuff. And so if I substitute, then I'm able to punish that. So yeah, that was my team for this week in CBN. Stay tuned for next week. Peace. Oh, this is awkward.